Hi everyone, thank you so much for those of you that are here live with me right now. And if you're watching this later, welcome as well. And my name is Christine and welcome to Botanical Woman. And I'm still waiting for my drink, this waiter.
No, you're supposed to talk about what you're going to be.
Oh right, sorry. I'm supposed to be talking about what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're playing. Is it really a game? I guess you call it a game. We're playing a game that you might have seen a lot of other plant tubers have played in the past week. It is called Never Have I Ever. Some YouTubers were saying that they played it in elementary school or middle school. I don't ever remember playing this game. Have you guys played this game, Never Have I Ever, when you were in middle school? I don't know. I don't remember it. But it's kind of, no, it's not like Truth or Dare. What is happening here? Thank you. He's gonna magically try to, okay. So basically, I have to, oh, thank you. So basically, I have to answer the statement whether I have or have not done this thing. And Dan's going to read it to, well, he's going to type it into the comment section so that everyone, oh, thank you. Cheers. Whiskey on ice. Maybe I need another cube. It's kind of strong. It's 96 proof?
Yeah, 94.
94 proof. Okay. Sorry, getting sidetracked. It smells so good. No one's watched. Okay, so I think who was it? Becca Della Plants did one. It was pretty funny. So you'll see how it works in a moment, but Dan's going to feed it to us, feed the question that I'm supposed to answer. Never have I ever done X, and supposedly in theory you're supposed to drink if you've done it. But I think we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm going to just drink regardless.
Are you ready?
You've got 20 questions. That's probably not enough. You don't think it's enough? Yeah, we kind of, I did go over the questions, and then we changed a couple of them, but yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna ask you guys. You guys can play along and read it along with me. Okay, I think we're gonna start with the first one. Okay. Never have I ever killed a cactus. I want to say I have never killed a cactus. Let's drink to that.
Don't drink.
You've killed a foo. Not enough alcohol. It's okay. Whiskey's really strong. The only time that I came close to killing a cactus was because I bought it at Lowe's and it was planted in this like peaty mix and I overwatered it and then half of it kind of became like super gross and mushy. I was able to dry it off with some DE, so that saved it. Okay. Are we ready for the next question? Never have I ever put a safety belt around my plants in the car. I am guilty. I've definitely done this. I usually am super careful when I go to the nursery. I want to make sure my kids get home safe. So, safety first, everyone. Anna, you're putting your plants at risk. What if you do like a quick, I don't know. quick turn and they just fall over. All right. Did your cactus fall over, Lisa? I do that too, Rochelle. I reach over and hold on to them. Hold on tight, kids. I feel like Anna is just the center of gravity. Like sometimes, even if they're small, they just have, if you're, depending on where you put them. But even when I put them on the floor, I feel like maybe maybe I'm just not a very good driver. Oh, sorry. I'm missing this question. Never have I taken a plant cutting that was on the ground of a plant nursery, aka called prop lifting. I have never done this. Why have I never done this? I don't know, because a lot of times the cuttings you might see on the floor, they've already been super stepped on. So I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. Have you guys ever prop lifted before? What, Lisa, what attacked you before you got into the car? Oh, Lisa, you've prop lifted. And Catherine, too. That were hanging around, but didn't do them justice when I got home. Aw. Yeah, I don't feel like, you're gonna bring home these cuttings, they're gonna have a really high survival rate after they've been trampled on I don't know how many times. Yeah. Okay, we're ready for the next one. There's fungus gnats. I've had like these little ones. So annoying. Okay. Never have I ever killed a rare plant. So for this, what is considered a rare plant? So the first plant that comes into mind is actually one of my jewel orchids that I killed. It got root rot and died. But is it rare because of the price, or is it rare because, it's hard to obtain? Like, I don't know. The sense of rarity is, I'm not entirely sure of it. I guess. I don't know. Like, depending on like which part of the world you live into, right? Like, I know some, definitely alocasias you can, depending on where you live. Like, if you live in Indonesia or Malaysia or Singapore, like those tropical areas, it's really accessible. But yeah, variegated hope is, more rare in some parts of the world, but definitely rare in the US and the alocasia too. Yeah, that jewel orchid, I transferred it I transferred it out of the cocoa core that I had it in, and it was just so unhappy. Yay, Catherine, you got a black velvet. I saw somebody buy one last summer at Lowe's. I was so jealous. Okay, are we ready for the next question?
I'm getting stared at.
You can't leave. You're my mod. Okay. Never have I ever bought a plant as a gift for someone else, but then decided to keep it for myself instead. I have. Let me think about this. I have not done this. No, that has not happened. I don't. Like, my plant obsession has really only started here in Seattle. When I was in New York, my friend group, they were just not as interested in plants. So the opportunity of, buying someone a plant was lower. In New York, you live in a box of an apartment, so you don't really have space for plants, really. I was able to save my jewel. Hey, Jess! Oh, yes, you were able to save your jewel target. That's awesome. What are you drinking? Whiskey on the rocks? Alright, so it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, this is not a common violation. Alright, ready for your next question.
Can you open the file?
I can. Hold on, I'm being asked to do a thing. Is it on Dropbox?
Yeah.
Our dog Voca is whining to go outside, so we gotta take her out. So we're gonna switch.
Your production.
Oh, sorry. Excel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can start on row 1.
Row 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Gin and tonic. Cheers, Jess. Dog, yes. She's going out right now. Well, when she comes back, I can show you guys. Let's move on to the next question. Never have I ever bought a plant just because it was trending on Instagram. Have I done this? Am I guilty? I want to say yes. Because to some degree, like, we all go onto Instagram to look at plant porn, and yeah, it makes you, eventually, even if you don't buy it immediately, maybe, after a week of like seeing the same photos over and over again, you end up being super obsessed. So I think yes, let's drink to that. Lisa's like, no, I would never. You're not a big fan of Instagram. I can see why. All right, so I tend to spend way too much time on Instagram, and it's just, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's go on to the next one. Never have I ever met someone or met some of my fellow followers in person. I actually have, and I was at a plant swap. She came up to me and she goes, "You're a botanical woman," and I'm like shocked, and my red, like, I could feel my face getting more and more red, and yeah, so I did meet a fan. I'm like super nervous sometimes about like people recognizing me. I don't know why, but yes. Hi, Annie. That was my subscriber. Aw, sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Yeah, some of these were kept in there. Dan thought it'd be a good idea for you guys to get to know me on the other side. The other side. Okay. Never have I ever invited myself over to my friend's house to visit their plants. Guilty as charged. It's not Jess. Don't worry about it. It's not her house. I don't go there all the time and like spend hours looking at her plants. Okay, Rachel, we'll be here when you get back. You guys don't do that? It's so much fun. It's like, she gets the plant. So Jess is here right now. So Jess gets the plant. I get to go over and look at it. It's great. It's like a win-win. Okay. Well, try to get some plant friends, Catherine. It's great. I usually, one time I even tried to invite myself to a stranger's house because we were talking about Hoyas, And she was just like, oh, I import all these Hoyas. And she was like sending me photos and like we were really getting on. And then I was just like, and then I jumped on it. I'm like, when can I come over? I still haven't gone over to this woman's house yet, but one day, I hope. Alright, let's move on. Never have I ever gotten a plant for free. Of course I have. That's what plant swaps are for. And that's what, you know, plant friends are for. Yeah, it's kind of great. Sharing your plants with your friends. Plant friends are the best. That's sweet that you guys share a common hobby. My mom is not into plants. She literally said to me the other day, I was talking to her about like potentially branching out and doing other things, still with social media and YouTube. And she's like, yeah, you should branch out more. Plants are so boring. And I was like, what? Who are you? I find plant people, yeah, click very quickly. That is true. Yeah, plant swaps are usually a lot of fun. Yeah, gifting cuttings are really nice. If you guys never heard of the Facebook group, what is it called? Broke Plant Traders, you should go on there. Before the virus and last summer, I would say, yeah, I was trading a lot with on there, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, you got a string of watermelon? Cool. I have one of those too. They're very slow growing. That has happened to me, Lisa. I forget which, it was like either an Etsy buyer that I bought it from. They sometimes throw in free plants with your order, which is super nice. I've definitely, oh, yeah. And sometimes it's really nice when we're trading and then, you know, they give me a surprise cutting. One time, oh, I was talking about surprise cuttings. One time, a girl that I traded with, she gave me a succulent cutting that was part of her wedding bouquet. So that was super sweet. Oh, right. That's right, Barbara. Yeah, the whole US-Canada border thing is ridiculous. Okay, let's try to move on. Oh, you got it? Okay. Never have I ever purchased a plant knowing it had pests. I am guilty. So I was really young. It was 2019. And I don't know, I was just like kind of new and naive at the time about houseplants. And I went to one of our local nurseries here and not really knowing what those little black bugs were. And I brought it to the attention of the person that works there. And she goes, oh, those are thrips. You can just treat it with systemics. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So I buy the plant, I buy the systemic, and I wanted to set that plant on fire. You guys are all so much smarter than me. I don't know, I just thought that I could save it. But yes, she did mislead me. So yeah, I don't know. I still go to that place. Sad. Okay. I'm just thirsty. Where's the questions? Okay. Never have I ever bought a plant that was so large I could barely fit it in my car. No, that has never happened. The biggest plant that I have purchased was my bird of paradise, and it fit in the car at the time. It wouldn't fit in it now. But yeah, so no. Very guilty. What did you buy, Barbara and Rachel? Majesty poem. Yeah, those are really pretty. The shadows. Yeah, trees. I can imagine outdoor gardening. Like that will happen pretty easily if you're buying trees. The lady who sold it to me was laughing so hard. Yeah. Transporting plants could be a business. This is why I guess they deliver, right? I take a drink, a question pops up, right? Is that how it works? Never have I ever drove over an hour to shop and visit a plant nursery. No, I have never done that. I know someone has. I created this question with her in mind. How far are you from Los Angeles, Lisa? How far was Toronto to you, Barbara? How many hours did it take you? A Maranta? What kind of Maranta did you get, Barbara? I took a trip to Florida, like 3 hours away. 3 hours! But it is Florida at the end of the day. I guess, did you get a lot of plants that day? You must have. $2. You must really have loved this Maranta, Barbara. 20 minutes from LA is not bad. I guess, are you counting the traffic? That's right. Just drove an hour and a half. Was that one way or was that round trip to get a free Hoya? It was a Pupa Calyx. It is ginormous. It's basically, maybe it's a little bit shorter than me by only 6 inches, so it's pretty tall. Aw, lemon lime. I do love it. You guys want to see mine? It's pretty. It's doing a lot better now.
Any chance you can lower the laptop at all?
Hold on. There's no traffic right now. Yes, that is also true here in Seattle. Hour and a half one way. That's 3 hours. Ugh. All right, I'm drinking. Never have I ever neglected a plant and purposely let it die a slow death. I guess I'm gonna have to double drink to that one. It has happened. Okay, I'm not alone. That's good. Oh, Catherine. I don't really want to talk about it. And if you guys knew what plant it was, oh, we're sharing what plant it was? Calathea. Which Calathea? But I don't know. Calatheas, they kind of kill themselves, don't they? Mine was a Monstera deliciosa. Yeah, that happened. And I don't want to talk about it. No. Plant graveyard. I really try not to abandon them, but it is hard sometimes. Like, okay. So it's happened more than I'm actually doing it right now to one plant, and it's actually my bird of paradise. It got scale, and then it got spider mites. It got all these pests, so I had to move it out. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to figure out where we could put it. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Next question. Never have I ever purchased a plant while traveling in another country. I think that's not correct. You can't. Did you change this question after we talked?
This is new.
This is a new question? What? I've never done that. You can't easily just smuggle plants into the country. Puerto Rico? You smuggle plants from Puerto Rico? Were you able to grow the leaf, Barbara? Well, then it's not smuggling, and I guess, okay, we give it to you. You win. You get a point for that, Rachel.
You should read things like that out loud.
Oh, sorry. That's awesome. Yeah, I bet you plants a lot cheaper in Puerto Rico. I imagine so. You just kept it in your pocket. I like to do that sometimes too, with herbs. Did you get any Hoyas, Rachel, while you were there? I know a Hoya seller down there. You have to get, pretty sure you have to get some kind of import permit, which I heard is not difficult. Not interested in Hoyas. Do you know I'm trying to become the queen of Hoya? Okay, never have I ever trespassed to take a picture of a plant. Never. Catherine's like, never. I have. I mean, it depends on what you consider trespassing. It's like this person has an open front yard, and I go and I snap a quick selfie with it. It's okay, right? I'm starting to feel very hot, and I'm starting to flush, guys. I'm always walking around my neighborhood admiring other people's outdoor gardens. So I think, I don't know, I don't feel like am I violating their privacy by doing that? What's going on? I'm getting a refill apparently.
The ice cubes stuck together and being thwarted.
Okay, should I move on? Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Never have I ever bargained with a plant seller on a sale of a plant. Have I done this? I want to say yes. Yeah. I think the Chinese in me has definitely done it. not like at a store, but if, if someone posts it on the marketplace on Facebook or offer up, sometimes it's worth asking. I don't know. Yes. Jess and I have haggled at Lowe's for a neon pothos. Woman, it was the pothos was I guess they had separated it because it wasn't doing so well. It was being underwatered, and Jess walks over and looks at it, and the woman's like, "Do you want it?" And then Jess is like, "How much is it?" And then she's like, $7. And then Jess is like, "I don't know." And then the woman's like, "Fine, fine, fine. Give it to you for $5." And it is flourishing right now. I only did it once, only because it was a Monstera Deliciosa. Yeah, I think it's okay, if you are at a, store or a nursery and you see the plant is not healthy, and it's okay to ask them. I mean, they have the right to say no, so. I hope you guys are all drinking. Never have I ever spent more than $100 on a plant. I was really confident of the answer to this earlier, but then I was like, wait a second. I paid, I think, $120 for my Calathea orbifolia. It is quite large. It is my only plant that I've spent that much. Yeah. Anybody else? Lisa's guilty. What was it? And Anna, what plant? Oh, Rachel, we are on the same page. The other night, literally 2 nights ago, I was on my phone looking at the Green Space website and put like $600 worth of plants in my shopping cart, and I was just like, no, you need to go to sleep. This whole like social distancing is driving me crazy. Yes, Jess's huge tetrasperma. You guys should see this. Actually, Jess's Instagram is at Let's Be Fran. So if you want to see her massive, what is it, tetrasperma, go check it out. Thai constellation. Yes, those things are so expensive. I cannot wait until Costa Farm is supposed to be releasing some Thai constellations next year. I wonder what they're gonna price it at. Elbow. Oh, I want elbow so bad, Anna. Wait, Rachel, same, you got Thai constellation and elbow. Yeah, shipping overseas can be quite expensive. Although I was kind of surprised with Green Space that the shipping was only $50. So that seemed pretty reasonable considering that they're in Indonesia. Daily. You're welcome, Jess. Love you. Thailand, the Thai constellation. Everybody wants one. I actually really like the mint monstera as well. Have you guys seen it? Yep, Costa Farm is releasing Thai constellation. Follow them on Instagram. Okay. Never have I ever purchased a plant and then later regret buying it. What plant was it? I want to say definitely yes, but I cannot remember. Like, they don't stick out to me. That's how I try to forget about it, that fact, I guess. I mean, like, okay, so one of the more recent plants, not that I purchased, but started to become a problem, was the ivy that I have. It's got infested with spider mites, and I regret buying that plant now. And now I think it's completely dead, although I did take cuttings, so the cuttings are growing in water. I don't know. Yeah, not that many, but definitely, some here and there. I do have a lot of plants, guys. You know that. I have like 265, and I just ordered 2 more the other day from Steve's Leaves. Don't judge me. um, oh, hi, Sue. You're welcome. About the Pink Princess video. Oh, I'm glad you found it helpful. I hope your Pink Princess can bounce back. It's still too cold in Ohio. Yeah. I've been waiting all winter, hoping that like in the spring I'll be able to order some plants or import some plants, whether it's Hoyas or aeroids. But this whole yeah, COVID-19 is ruining our lives. White fusion. I thought I read white fusion of hell from Lisa. Yeah, the white fusion is such a pain. I'm looking at it right now, and it is infested with spider mites. I can't even deal with it right now. Peperomia raindrop, why? It's such a cutie. I have multiple propagations of them going on right now. You love all your plants, that's good. You're not an impulse buyer like I am, Catherine. The purple passion. Yeah, the purple fuzz does really get you, but then but then it starts getting big and long and limpy. This is actually my first time ordering from Steve's Leaves, so I have no idea. Because usually every time I go onto the website, everything is sold out. People are like buying plants like crazy. You should get one, Catherine. Are they expensive in Canada? Or is Canadian pricing of plants similar to American ones? I feel like I've noticed some Canadian Hoyas. They're actually more reasonably priced than they are here. So I don't know if you know anything about that, Catherine. Yeah, Y fusion. I don't know. I have to treat it. It's such a pain. Yeah, I actually did that. I did chop and prop my peperomia raindrop. What have people gotten from Steve's Leaves that they really like? Oh, you're in Ohio? Oh, right. Sorry, Catherine. I keep thinking I'm getting mixed up. There is a really glass house nursery, is it called? I don't remember the name of it now, but it's glass house something, and it has amazing plant collection. Chop and prop. Chop and prop is actually, I mean, I don't know if he coined it, but not dude, he uses that a lot. Who was it that was in Canada? I don't know. Okay. Yes, Glass House works. They were actually one of my first orders of plants, and I was just so impressed with how extensive their collection is. Okay, I'm getting rushed. I need to do my next question. Never have I ever taken plants onto an airplane. I almost forgot, but I have because I brought back succulent cuttings from my collection when I had them in New York. In my, 2 trips ago when I was in New York, I brought home some succulent cuttings, so yes. Cas, I can't even say it right now. Cassisis. Cassidisis. Oh, nice. You were able to get your Addisonii. They sell out so fast. Yeah, flying is no fun. You're not missing out, Lisa. That's cool that they let you just fly them in. That's probably the best way to do it. Hawaii. Oh, so many gorgeous Hoyas in Hawaii. Have anybody ordered from Ted Green for Hoya cuttings? Best deal. I mean, his Hoyas are not like perfect, but considering how expensive Hoyas are right now, Ted Green. Check him out. What's his website? rarehoyas.com? Yeah. Flying has been harder for me as well. Oh, you got the Syngonium albo? Green, no variegation. Oh no. Did you email them? They usually seem pretty responsive, although they are super busy. Yeah, flying is... My dad actually gets really bad motion sickness, which is really weird. I mean, I guess not that strange, but yeah, he usually after he flies, he has to be like in bed for like at least 24 hours before he's back to normal. Ted's the best. I want to order from him soon. Although, apparently he's taking a break, which understandably so. Was that the end of the list?
No.
Oh. Never have I ever bought a plant with the intent of propagating its cutting for sale. Guilty as charged. I have. So in the very beginning of my kind of collecting plant journey, I ordered a bunch of Hoyas, like ginormous pots. This woman down in San Diego was selling like 6-inch full pots of Hoyas for like $30. And at the time, I just couldn't get them locally. And so she had the Obovata, she had like my Curtsii I got from her, and Pupa Calyx, a couple of different ones, Crinkle 8, just a bunch of them. Anyway, I got like 8 or 10 of them. It was kind of a disaster, but that's besides the point, because she ended up shipping my Hoyas to New York, and then my sister ended up sending them back here. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Point is, I obviously could not have had so many of these Hoyas by myself, so I was just like, oh, well, I could break them up and then sell them, and so everybody's happy, I'm happy, and I'm supplying, my local Hoya heads with some Hoyas. And I actually met quite a few people doing that. So, I don't know, I don't necessarily feel like, I'm trying to earn a buck off of them. It's just, I'm usually not charging, like, I don't know, an arm and a leg. You want it for yourself? I wish I had the space. I would keep them all. Selling plants is hard work, so I don't do it anymore. Like, sometimes, like, I think one time I also tried to, like, I ordered, like, a bunch of peperomias that I wanted, but shipping was really expensive, so I ordered multiple to help kind of pay for the shipping. Yeah, yeah. Okay, final question. Never have I ever looked into other person's window admiring their plants. I am extremely guilty of this. I do this every day, almost. Catherine, you should check out the Facebook group page if you want to trade. There are a lot of good people on that group. The Broke Plant Traders is on Facebook. Although they're not allowing trades right now because of the pandemic, but once they lift that. Oh my God, Lisa. Lisa's like, oh no. Who are you, Christine? I live in the city, so is that more acceptable? I don't know. Because people keep saying that they live in the country. So no. Do you keep all your plants in one room? Or are they in different rooms? Most of my plants are in one room. They're starting to maybe potentially migrate into the kitchen slowly. And I'm thinking of maybe putting some grow lights into the bathroom. But for the most part, yeah, they're in the room that I'm sitting in right now. No, not a plant store. Like into other people's apartments. So like in Seattle, especially if you walk around at night, because it's, lit inside and dark outside, you can see into people's homes really easily. So yeah, close your blinds if you don't want stalkers like me looking at your plants. Yeah, plant swaps are not really gonna happen this year. Or I mean maybe later in the year. It's gonna take a while for us to recover from this. Yeah, our bathroom is really small, and my partner's really tall, so I got limited space to work with. But you guys wanted Rachel, you wanted to meet Volga before we go. She's like a little sleepy poodle right now. Yeah, plant swaps are a lot of fun. We usually have a lot of them here in Seattle during, obviously, when the weather was nicer, or is nicer, but actually we had quite a few over the winter as well. Yeah, organizing your own plant swap would be great. I would totally do that. I think we tried last summer, and this summer, I don't think it's gonna happen. Hi, Jess! Hi, Catherine! Hi, Barbara! Hi, Rachel! She's like, I'm sleepy. Well, thank you so much. This was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as well. If you have any questions, obviously you can always message me on Instagram or, leave them in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. This was way more fun than I actually thought, and maybe it's because I'm a little bit drunk right now.